Good morning from my side. Good morning from Kenya. Kenya is so lovely. Kenya is so pretty. The weather today out here is chilly. It's very cold. As you can see, I've woken up this morning thinking I was gonna edit because today is my off day, but unfortunately electricity is lost, so I have to plan something else. So what I'm doing, I'm cooking ugali. I want to eat ugali for breakfast, a heavy meal, because I'm just called a friend of mine. Both sides of work, there's electricity. So meaning this other side of my neighborhood, there isn't electricity. So I have to eat and go to work. I have to go work from the other end at my workstation. Let me see how it will go, because I also have to clean that place. I can't cook ugali with one hand. Let me cook first. I'm just cooking a small piece. I have some beef here with me and mboga, vegetables that can serve me well. Because I cannot stay in the house when there is no electricity. Without electricity in a city, there is no creativity, there is no innovativeness. Everything is boring. No internet, no Wi-Fi. You can't take a shower because it's too cold. So I'd rather prefer to go to work than to stay in the house. I'm also tired. I needed to go restock because today is my off day, Monday. But now, what am I gonna do? Cook it on low heat. So let me just see what I can do, and then I leave this house. It's very cold out here. I don't know what to do. Our ugali is ready. Stay here. I'm coming to just soak it now. So I have to soak it. Next is warm our beef. Yeah. Should I add some water? Yeah. Just a little for soup or to help it. Just a little. That's enough. Okay, and then I have my mboga here. You see, it looks like very beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. Who is that? Who is that? Whom's is he? Hey, my God is good. Take you outside. Wow, the sun is risen. Look at the way this road is very terrible. This one was a very good road here, but nowadays it's very muddy and very flooded every day because there are huge lorries that have been coming here to come and drill a borehole. So that is the way it looks like now. Anyway, if God is for us all, who can be against us? By the way, there's an outbreak of influenza in Kenya. Almost everybody you come across is suffering from common cold. They are either coughing or having sore throat or maybe breathing. You know, they have difficulties in breathing because of flu. So the government said that there's an outbreak, so people are taking precautions right now. Thank God, this time round, I'm left out. I'm not having it. because I'm this type of a guy who my chest had developed some problem because of cold, because I spend a lot of time in the cold weather, so I developed some problem with my chest. Sometimes when it's very cold, I have these chest pains and what. And I'm glad that this time round, influenza has forgiven me. Anyway, that's something to be happy about. Man, please, my soup, do not finish. Yesterday I was cooking this meat in the night, and then I went to tell stories with somebody, my neighbor downstairs. When I came back in this house was smoky. It was smoky, like I burnt the whole food. Kumbe, the time I walked out of the house, my gas accelerated. You know this gas, if you want to increase it, you see it's written open and the arrow points this way, and close, the arrow points this way. So when you do this, you are increasing the fire. When you take it clockwise, you are reducing the fire. This other side, you are increasing it. What? This thing increased on its own. I found my meat had burned. I felt so sad, but I couldn't throw it. I just took it out and washed it and changed the sufurias and fried it and cooked it. I cannot throw food, bro. Me. I can't. So, now that our ugali is ready, it's just a small piece. Let's serve this kamit. Eat it and go build this country. Because if you don't build this country, in whose hands are we going to be safe? No. Yeah, use this spoon. I don't want to make many utensils dirty. The whole of this week I've not cooked in this house. Not this week, actually last week. This is my first time cooking in this week. I hope to eat. I usually have a very poor appetite. You stay there. I also feel like taking some tea. Let's warm our mboga. So today there's no electricity. These tomatoes have all ripened at the same time, and even starting to go bad. I have to carry some to work. See, this one is getting spoiled. If I leave it in there, it will corrupt the minds of the others, and it will convince them that it's the right thing for them to get spoiled. No. And finally, our burger is ready. Mboga is here. This food you see here, this is very healthy. But this health hazard. But now, will you eat mboga and ugali every day without something sweeter on the side? Slowly, I will just balance. Okay. Look at that food is pretty. Mama. Okay, so let's eat it quickly. Go to work. Oh, by the way, my drinking water is also over. I hope I'll remember to refill it. Okay, I'm so late, but I got no choice. Okay, tukule sasa, tukule. When we were young, whenever we were served any food that has meat in it, we used to preserve meat for the last. Like You will eat your ugali, you'll eat your mboga or vegetables that have been placed there, but you preserve your meat for the last option. Even in schools where we learned in Gethsemane, meat days, we used to be served 4 pieces of meat. So you have 4 pieces of meat, a lot of soup, you have a lot of ugali, and overcooked sukuma wiki. Now, the only way to enjoy this food is when you eat it with discipline. You have to plan. So what you do, you eat your ugali first, mboga, and let your meat rest on one side. So that when you are done eating, you'll just collect your meat one after the other and enjoy it. Take your time and eat them. Meat was so special. At that moment when somebody snatched your pieces of meat, it was very easy to go home because of suspension. Because you will react. You'll have to fight to defend your 4 pieces of meat. I'm trying to buy time to see if electricity will come back, but seemingly it's not coming back. I wanted to do a lot of editing today. I have to edit for Fishmonger Stories, I have to edit for myself, and I have to edit for another client called Jefton. But now electricity is messing up. The only day I have to do all these jobs. Sorry. By the way, there's a very interesting topic that I want to discuss with you. It's my business. It's business related. What is the longest time that you've ever stayed with an employee? Yeah, employee, yes. Because my business is 3 months old and I've switched 2 people. And right now I'm alone, like I'm on my own. I don't have somebody helping me. Let me set up the camera so that we can have this discussion before I leave this house. Oh God, I'm gonna be late for work. Let me just give you that major update quickly. Maybe one of you could help me. Business related. Imagine a situation where you put up a business and you've struggled to raise that business. And then you employ somebody or a group of people to help you, maybe with the deliveries or preparation of other stuff in the business, actually behind the scenes. And then these people take your business for granted. They talk to clients how they want. They steal your money how they want. They want to eat how they want. And then when you make your calculations in the evening, you're like, wait, why is this mathematics not adding up? I even have a book of records here where everyone records everything they've sold. Why are they not adding up? And then you come to realize that, bro, this is NAIROBI. NAIROBI. That is another name for Nairobi. So these people, they steal from you. They're dishonest. They're very rude. Even how they communicate with you, forgetting that you're the one who has employed them and they're working for you and under you. So my experience since I started my business with my employees has been so good, but the ending was not so fair because I had to fire them. And I fired them because of 1 or 2 reasons that I felt was healthy for the business. So my first employee worked for me for 1.5 months. That was the longest one. And while we were working together, I noticed he had anger problems. Like he was somebody who could not be easily corrected or challenged. Reason being, he was hot-tempered, very high-tempered. And since this was my place, And I'm the one who knew or who knows every struggle that comes with such kind of business, because I'm not new in business. I realized I could do business from when I was a young kid. So whenever I spotted a wrong thing, especially when it came to handling of customers or clients, I usually loved correcting it almost instantly. Several times, my employee collided with clients simply because of his emotions. And I told him, learn to communicate with clients, because these people are the people who have kept us in this place. So the way you talk to them will determine whether they will come back or they will not. So even if a customer comes when they're rude or maybe they're too soft, treat them equally. Just know we need their money and they need our service. I thought the boy understood, but only for a repeat to occur on another separate day. On that particular day now, I just came from the house, because I normally prefer, when I employ somebody, I let them work for me so that I can do other work. So I went to the house to do my editings of video for my other clients. So it was almost time for close of business. So I had to go to work so that I can release the boy, maybe if you to help him with the 1, 2, 3 stuff, maybe accountability, doing the mathematics and what, as we clean and prepare for the following day. In the process, a customer came. It was already late, and the customer asked, what time are you people closing? Because I want to buy, but after I'm gonna take a while. And I had already told my employee that business language, when somebody asks what time are you closing, because our closing time is not usually stable, it's not usually constant. So when somebody asks you what time you're closing, just say we are about to close. That is good business language. We are about to close, even if you're not about to close, because the moment that customer goes away without booking, they can possibilities are they may never come back, or they might go purchase elsewhere. So I got offended with the response that this boy gave, because he said we will close when all this food is over. And what time was the food going to be over? You know, you cannot predict, because you can stay there up to more past midnight. So I felt like, no, this is not correct. And I told him, bro, learn to communicate with the customers in a business language. What's wrong with you? For how long will we keep on talking about this thing? And my employee just busted on me. And he was like, Dave, where have you come from? You've just come here right now. You don't know how I've been here. I've been sitting here the whole day working for you, and you're not appreciative and what. And I said, bro, but I pay you to stay here. You don't stay here for free. I pay you to work for me. And besides, when there's no work, what are we doing here, both of us? Because at the end of the day, I will pay you. For me, I won't pay myself, because there's no money that we've made. But now why are you rude? So the guy talked and I felt angered, and I felt annoyed, and I said, no, you know what, bro? I'm sorry, you have to leave, because this space here cannot accommodate both of us at the moment. So one of us has to go, and that has to be you. Go work on your anger issues and come back when you're sober, so that we can reason up together. And the guy didn't want to leave. He started shouting and started banging on things and started making a lot of noise and causing commotion. Remember, it was 9 p.m. in the night. So people started gathering around, wondering what is this drama all about. And because I didn't want a lot of issues, I just told him, give me my key and get out of this place now. Because you and me, we are done. No business between us. Anger issues. The second employee that I employed was such a good person, God-fearing, and he loved church so much. And for me, as the rule has always been, I can never come in between somebody and their God. So whenever he asked me for off days to go to church, I freely let him go. Remember, my workstation, we work from Tuesday until Sunday. Mondays are our off days. We rest on Monday. So if you love God and you go to church, we normally take the morning hours to go to church, and then after the first service, we come back and open our businesses to sell, because weekends are our best selling days. This friend of mine who we were working with here was so good. He was so dedicated, and I told him, bro, me, what I want from you is just commitment. Work knowing that this business is helping both you and I. If you steal from me, the business will collapse and I will go broke and you'll go jobless. Is that what you want? He said no. So I said, this business, I want you to work here for me, and this is how we are going to pay. This is how I'm going to pay you. And after agreeing, I taught him how to work for the first 2 days. On the third day, I left the boy to work. I put him on test to see if he's somebody who can be trusted. So I was monitoring him through my CCTV camera, and I saw he was working so well. Everything was so good about business. The reports were so good and everything was fine. Remember, one thing that I never deny my employees is food. Food. You cannot sell food and you're hungry. Well, it's possible, but not good. So I told him, anytime you feel hungry, eat chips here, because that is what we cook. And sometimes I would even give chicken to them to eat and go with to their houses, especially when the days when we closed very late, because business could have been very low. Now, to me, I feel like I was giving these people enough freedom and good working condition, because I didn't want them to steal from me. But I was so wrong. That was only my own thought. These people had their own intentions. This good boy, this church boy, this friend, whenever I left the workstation to go and do editings in my home studio, this boy would do very funny things. Can you believe it? He would order food in the nearby hotels, which he would not pay for with his own money, but with my own money. Can you imagine him ordering food more than twice? In this workstation, he's also eating. So food was becoming a problem, because the money that we were spending on buying food out here was too much. Whenever I come in the evening, he would not account for the food that he ate. It's not written anywhere, and I didn't want to go back to the cameras. Me, I want honesty. If I've trusted you, I've trusted you. So I noticed that this guy, we started making very little money out of the business. And I was like, bro, help me understand why the returns are very low. Help me. Because here are the records. Why are they so low? I've never made minimal kind of sales like this. And the boy was like, business has been bad, business has been bad. And I was like, no, even me, sit here on my own business. I know when business is bad, it should bring this particular amount of money. And when it's good, it's supposed to go past this limit. When it doesn't hit that target, it means something is wrong. Where are you spending the money on? Are you stealing from me? And he said, no. Where are you using the money? He couldn't explain. What hurt me the most, the last day that I had this boy at my place of work, is that everything was over. All my stock was over. And he kept quiet. You know, me giving him responsibility to own the business as is, I was trying to nurture him to be responsible, so that one day when God blesses him with his own business, he would know how to manage the business. But funny thing is that everything was over, all the stock was over, and he kept quiet until that night time when I came to work, and I was like, bro, but everything is over. Have you planned for a new stock? At no. When we are checking on our returns, the money is very less. It can't even buy half of the stock. So that meant I had to go deep into my pocket to take money to rise the business again. So I only asked the boy one question. Bro, you are a Christian and I don't want you to lie at all. Bro, did you come here to fall or to collapse my business? And he said, no, I cannot collapse your business because this is where I've been surviving on. Here is where you give me food, I go with home, I eat with my family. Why would I do that? And things are not adding up. I just told him, you know what, bro? Just give me my key. You go home and have a meeting with yourself and ask yourself where the mistake was. And after noticing, text me or call me and tell me where the problem was. At the moment, I'm going to hold the business on my own and I'm going to run it on my own. And that is the way I fired the boy. He went home. He communicated through an apology notice. He said he's very sorry. He didn't communicate on time about the stock issue and he feels embarrassed to come back to work. So he's giving me some time to do the business on my own so that I can pick up once again. And that was the time when life became so difficult for me because I'm this kind of soft-hearted guy. When things are not working out well, it affects me and it hits me so hard. And I had to sit down and do my calculations and figure out what was not right so I can put everything in order. Because at the end of the day, this is my business. If I joke with it, I will die poor. If I work hard, I will invest from it so much, and so much. Sometimes the people we put close to our lives or close to our businesses, we might trust them to a level where we think these people are going to help us grow together, but they have a different vision. Them, what they want is for you to feed them, for you to pay them, and for them to go home and live comfortable lives. At the back of their mind, they don't care about your business, they don't care about your goals, they don't care about your dreams. You're working hard to put the business stable. You're working hard to build a good and working environment for them, but they're giving you hell. They're giving you a raw deal. Sometimes the best thing to do is not to beg them to stay or beg them to change. Just let them go. Let them go, and once they've gone, figure out how to put your business in order once again. It is very difficult to come by a very good employee, but when God sends one on your direction, grab them, embrace them, teach them how to fish, show them that this business is helping both of you and not one person. If they accept to work with your rules, grow with that person. At one point, don't see them as an employee, but see them as a brother, as a sister, as somebody who God sent along your way to help them. Help them grow. If you are capable, put up a business for them or help them establish their own business so they can also manage their own. Like I used to tell my boys that, you know, when you work here, you need to have a vision for yourself. And if I'm lying, they can come and confirm on this video. I told them you need to have a vision for yourself. Every time you work here, anytime I pay you, what do you do with the money? Save. Number one, save. Save and have a goal. Save towards something. You cannot just save money without a goal. You cannot just be saving money and if someone asks you, why are you saving this money? You don't have a reason. Save and having a goal. Say if you're saving to put up a similar business like mine, my business costed me almost 100,000 to put up. Save. If you want a similar business, save and say, if I'm paid this money, I'm going to save this money so that I can start buying things slowly by slowly, until when I shall have a similar business like the one Devance has. So the most important thing is having a goal. Like, what is your goal? What is your dream? What do you want to benefit when working at the place you're working at? Guys, I didn't plan this video was going to make a shift this way, but because it has, I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you for listening. Maybe you could give me a proper explanation, or maybe we can interact together in the comment section. Do you think how I was handling my customers do you think how I was handling my employees was correct or not? because I felt I gave them the best working condition. I feed you both lunch and supper. I also pay you to stay at my workstation. That is after I've done the bulk of the work. Yours is just to sell and call it a day. You sell and record only that. If that is too difficult for you, I don't know where would you find a very good employer like me. Because me, I believe in one thing in life. Do to others what you want yourself to be done for. Treat them how you want to be treated. Guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until next time, always work hard and be nice to people. And remember, nothing is impossible. This is Devance Empire, end of discussion.